is a grand moment in the Kanto region, opening up their safari zone for everyone to come and get their Pokemon. Today we'll follow Elias, or Elias, however you want to describe his name. He is a young boy trying to get himself a new partner for life. But little does he know that something dark is a brewing. This is Pokemon Aurora, a game made by Mr. Prince, and it's not your ordinary Pokemon game. Let me start this off by saying this game is in a different language that isn't English. I think it might be German. I don't know. But if I were to have it like it usually is, it's gonna be looking like that. So we're just gonna cut out the captions. Yeah. But let's continue on to the recap. Elias is traveling around the safari zone hoping to find a Pokemon that suits his needs. He first debates whether he should catch a Diglett or not, but he soon finds something better, which is none other than a Tauros. The boy is shocked and amazed that he was able to catch his favorite Pokemon on the first try. As Elias was checking everything in the safari zone, he stumbles across a house with a guy named Man and some random blonde-haired chick about to get into a fight over a certificate. Thinking that it was a master ball, she attacks him for not giving her the certificate with this weird-looking Persian. Surprised by the way this person looks, the Tauros decide to say, "No, man, this ain't it," and decides to kill it, much to Elias' chagrin. He thought it would be better if he just fainted, but he wasn't aware that the Persian would have died in just one hit. I guess this Tauros is just way too OP'd. Upon killing the nasty-looking cat, he goes and checks on the old man named Man, and he asks if he's okay. The old man says he's okay, but he could use some first aid. Reluctant to go to a doctor, Elian just checks to see if the man's alright. The man says there's no problem. So Elian's just like, "Okay, my man, I'ma head out." Elias was gonna leave to find the lady because he's like, for a woman to cause a whole outbreak just for a certificate is a dumb broad. I don't know if I should say broad because I might get canceled for that, but I feel like it works. So we're making our way downtown, walking past faces bound a whole round to find ourselves fighting a bunch of affected mons. Seems to me like this might be a zombie outbreak. Now we stumble across a few survivors, and a lady's getting mad because she used a word that wasn't better than brawl. Let's just say it starts with a B. And she gets upset because her Pokemon got bitten. And she loves her Vulpix, so she ain't happy about that. And she wants them to do their job because that's what they get paid for. He followed the guard's information to go inside the safe house, where there's someone else who's bitten, but we pay no attention to that because we have no idea what a zombie outbreak is. We just think it's just rabies. Meanwhile, our boy Elias tells Tauros how he's so happy to have such a strong Pokemon because none of his Pokemon ever listened to him before. So this is like one of the best days of his life, only to be soured by some kind of disease-filled Persian. After waking up from his nap, a dude comes in and he is filled with some jelly jam on his face. Everyone freaked out by someone having some jam on their face, some real red jam on their face. Say, "Hey you, boy with the Tauros, since you're the only one with the Pokemon, why don't you go outside and check the perimeters?" And boy's like, "I ain't want to do that, you see what's outside." But they say, "Hey, you're the only one who has a chance of survival because you have a Pokemon, we don't." And after much to his chagrin, he's like, "Alright, fine, I'll go check out the perimeter. But my Pokemon better not die, and I better not die too. So, let's see how that goes." After checking out the area, we see all the other park rangers are dead on the ground. So we go back to the cabin and say, hey, yo, everyone's dead. And before anyone could say too much, someone who got bitten turns into an infected. And so everything goes into chaos. Even though we told people not to go by themselves or run away, they still do that, causing us to have to handle the zombie and chase after them. Even though we told everyone not to leave, they left. And look, the lady named Celine, you know, the girl with the Vulpix, she's on the floor dead because she started screaming for Vulpix in a zombie apocalypse. And you know, number one rule of the zombie apocalypse is not to scream because you attract them zombies. So she did. So we make our way to the safe house and we notice Mark ain't here. So we go outside to check if Mark is outside, and he is outside, but he's around a bunch of infected Tauros. So our Tauros decides to be the hero that he is and stay behind to save us and Mark, even though we don't care about Mark, but we stand Elias because he's the protagonist, so we gotta care about him. But Elias does not take Tauros sacrifice. He's so devastated. He loved this Tauros even though he just met it like a whole hour ago, but that was his boy. After making our way to the safe house, we talked to Mark saying, I wanted to be with my boy Tauros because he's my ride or die. And Mark's like, no, he wanted us to leave. So then Elias goes back. He goes back to find his buddy Tauros, and he finds him. Except he's half eaten, and he's still alive while they're eating him. Yeah, that's not the ending we were expecting. So yeah, he's devastated as I am too, because you don't want your Pokemon to die. And for real, I thought this was the bad ending towards the game, but no, this is the game. Our Pokemon straight up dead now. So feeling remorseful, Elias contemplates. He's like, wait, I have a Pokeball. I could have just called him back in my Pokeball. And yeah, you could have. I don't know why you didn't. But in the state of confusion and anger and so forth, he just didn't think it through. And so his friend Mark or was it Mark? I don't know. We haven't really been paying attention to names. Was just like, yeah, we all feel sorry for your loss, buddy. Even though everyone else is also suffering from loss, you know, because this is hitting everyone, not just you. But Elias is mad because he's like, everyone's just caring about themselves. It's not even teamwork. And I should have just left y'all to die. But no, my Tauros was a hero and decided to help you. But you guys don't want to help any of us. Meanwhile, Natalie, the other Pokemon trainer with the Growlithe and Kangaskhan, decides to look around the perimeter and see what's up. While Natalie is looking around outside, Nico decides to chat up Elias and ask, well, weren't you a Pokemon trainer? Because you have quite a few badges under your belt. And this is when Elias explains that he did have a Pokemon prior to Tauros that was a Machop named Tyler. However, this Machop did not get along with him. He didn't want to obey him. It was just getting rough. And because his parents were Pokemon trainers, they advised him to just release the Pokemon, in which he did, because he's just like, what's the point of having a Pokemon partner if they don't really want to be partners? So Natalie comes back. However, she is bitten. Dun dun dun. And her Kangaskhan didn't make it. Meanwhile, the only one who came in uninfected was Milo the Growlithe. So she begs Elias to take care of her Growlithe because he's the only other Pokemon trainer and she's not long in this world. And since she doesn't want to become infective, someone has to take care of her now. And you know what that means? A shot to the head or to the eye or whatever to make sure that it doesn't come back alive. Although Elias is hesitant to go with Growlithe because not one but two of his Pokemon have not been by his side the whole time. You know, after losing Tyler, releasing him, and after, you know, actually losing Tauros, but thinking got slaughtered. He forget to nickname him. He was just like, I don't want to use Growler for battle. He wants to protect him, but he doesn't want the Growler to protect him. You get what I'm saying? But since no one else is able to go outside to check if there's a way to safety, it's up to him to unfortunately go out with Milo the Growler to find a safe zone for everyone. For everyone, in case you're gonna hear it the first time, sorry. So we go to another safe house in which they explain why we can't leave. Turns out the exit has been blocked by somebody. We don't know who, but somebody, probably the gym leader. And since it's the 5th gym leader, it's gonna be Koga, locked the city so the infected don't get out. So we go a few more times just to see if there's any more survivors. If there isn't any more survivors, we will come back and see how to have the survivors survive. Wow, how many times will I say survive in this video? I'm sorry, I'm watching back this video again. So the one person who knows how to escape just gets yeeted by an infected. Like, for a quote-unquote safe house, these infected sure got in here easily. Dang! Bro really got decapitated by a scyther. Like, what the third? Oh yeah, so yeah, there's no survivors, and the ones who were dead. So yeah, that's about it. But luckily for us, the scyther somehow had a map, or maybe it fell off from the ranger because his body was there. Anyways, the location is marked with a tiny circle, and that's our escape route to the secret escape. And so yeah, that's where we gotta go next. So after doing puzzle, we reach Koga and we tell Koga, hey yo, there's some survivors in there. And Koga's like, I ain't opening doors because the doors, if they're open, the infected is gonna get out. But dude Elliot's like, but we're not the type to have to judge, even though I did that earlier, whether who gets to live and who gets to die. I learned that from, my buddy Toros. He said he protected everybody, so you gotta open the door. And so Koga's like, I am so reached by your words. You know what? I will open doors. However, if someone gets bitten or something, we gotta leave them behind, or we gotta kill them on spot. It ain't no survivor's guilt or anything. It's who live and who dies. And so Elias and Koga make up this plan to get the survivors and then to get in and get out. So we go in, we tell the survivors, hey look, now's our chance. We gotta leave right away. If we don't leave, then we're stuck here forever. It's do or die. And so that's what we do. Yo, I kid you not, I had to look closely at this. I was like, when we get bit, and yo, Whitney's Milton just not haunted our childhood. She's thinking killed us. She bit our ankles or whatever. I had to look into that close. So then we have a flashback where we're chilling with our boy Toros and Tara the Mudchop, because I guess Mudchop decided, you know what, in our fantasy it will be cool, and for some reason we all go wear sunglasses and watch the beach. I'm just like, what the turd? But I guess that's how much they meant it. What the turd is up with Macho's eye? And so, I kid you not, this part just bamboozled me like the turd. And then everything just goes to chaos, and you see everything is just bloody now. And then we wake up from this delusion, and we find out that yes, we were in. We were indeed. I'm sorry. It was just like, what the turd? It literally just happened in a blink of an eye. It just confuzzles me as to how this thing can happen, but it does. So after finding out that we were indeed bitten, we give our final goodbyes to everyone that we know, and along the way, who I have no idea who is who, because it really doesn't matter in the long scheme of things. But if you guys do want to play the game yourself, you can play it. It's called Pokemon Aurora. It's not English. I will give a link in the description for the person who has played it and translated the game, because ain't no way I would understand what was going on without it. But yeah, Elias gives his final goodbyes to everyone he has met along the way, including Growlithe. And his final wish is to go to look at the sea. So they go to the sea, and him and Growlithe give their final goodbyes. I'm sorry. This is just so cheesy. And so he just falls down because I guess he was shot in the head by Koga or someone. And he gives a small smile indicating that he's okay. And I'm just like, what the turd? I really was not expecting it when I saw it play. So yeah, that was a Pokemon Aurora. And we have this ending credit where Gary and Red meet up with Milo the Growlithe because the boy's stinking dead. And we get into Pokemon Nocturne. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friend. And people who have played this series by Mr. Prince, you can find them at Shintanto Gaming and Picasspray. I will put the link in the description. But this was Pokemon Aurora. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please like and share this video with your friend. This is JJ and Serena, just having fun. Bye.